think that any rally from Thanksgiving or even Halloween through year end is the Santa Claus rally. Well, it's defined in the Stock Traders Almanac when we discovered in 1972 is the last 5 days of the year, the last 5 trading days and the first 2 of the new year. Average gain of 1.5% on the S&P 500 since 1950. Not a big deal, not something to get really excited about. Whether it's going to happen or not, people want to know. But the point is, if it doesn't happen, it's usually an early warning sign that something, ominous is going on in the market. When that bullish bias is not present, it's, we have a little saying, if Santa Claus should fail to call, bears may come to Broad Wall.
So we won't know, of course, until early January. But
Right.
What are some of the signs you look for beyond this Santa Claus rally as we head into the month of January, which is really key for the stock market?
It is. The Santa Claus rally is the first of a few early year indicators that we look at. The first 5 days has some early indications, but the whole month January barometer, as the S&P goes, so goes the year. There's only been 6, 7, 8 major errors since 1950. Add in the years where it was flat, maybe up or down 5%, and it's got about a 77.5% accuracy rating, based upon what the year does the same thing that January did, follows the same direction as the S&P did in January. So we add all those together, and when they all agree, it's a really strong indication.
Why does that happen? I mean, what's the logic?
Well, the January barometer exists because of the lame duck amendment, which moved new Congresses convening into January as opposed to 13 months later, where you had these lame ducks that were in office for 13 months. And it also put Inauguration Day into January. So we have State of the Union addresses, new Congresses convening, basically all of the policy initiatives, agendas, and tone are set for the country. And also everybody on Wall Street's making forecasts and readjusting them. So pack all these things into another month, and the January barometer would probably be a thing of the past.
So what's been unusual, I guess, if you look back over the last 12 months and try to prognosticate what happens ahead? What are some unusual quirks we've seen in the past year, and what might that tell us about next year?
I think it's been quite typical, actually. This election year has been, normally strong, not huge like the third year. It reminds me a lot of the election years of the last secular bear market from 66 through 82, where we had 4 election year, sort of bull periods that pretty much ended around year end. There's an old saying that, we have year ends make great exits. So back in 68 and 72 and 76 and 1980, there were these sort of year end exit periods where the high was either in December or January or April or September, but the year end was about the right level. And all of those ended in pretty serious bear markets back. That bottomed in 1970, it bottomed in 78, and then the one that bottomed in 82. So, it's very similar to that secular bear election year pattern that we've seen in the past, and it has me concerned going into 2013.
And how concerned are you once we look at January and beyond, even through the first quarter?
Well, the first quarter is a post-election year, the weakest one of the 4-year cycle. It's got negative readings, about 1% down on the S&P and the Dow, about 3.3% on the NASDAQ. So it's a weak quarter. We're coming in, near the highs. We've got a lot of issues to deal with, and it's looking a lot like a secular bear market election year top to me.